Hello, rock stars. We're going to talk about shroom stocks today. So I have them up on my chart. I don't have that much money in them. I know you guys are have ridiculous amount of shares. Not all of you, but some of you. Mind blowing, as is the actual product. So let's go to MindMed and have a look at the stock. Just going to right click here, open link in new tab, and let's look at Mind Medicine. So it's been sort of a downward trend since I bought. I bought at the high, the absolute worst time to buy, at around $6 on December 14th. So usually, you fear missing out, and then enthusiasm, and then it gets on the map of the public. That's when I come in, and then they pull the rug from underneath you, and you fall on your face. But the thing is not to panic. And if you believe in the long-term trajectory of mind medicine, then you just average your costs down. So that's what I've been doing. I bought at 6, and I bought at around 5, and I bought at 4, and I bought yesterday at 3 something. And I think I bought at 360. Around there. So it's at 387. It's up 6% today. It's nice to see it in the green. Finally, this is actually my first day in the green. I know you guys have done fabulously since buying it at 40 cents and $1 and all that. I know you guys are doing good. And that's great. I always like to invest 5% of my portfolio into crazy speculation stocks. So this is right up my alley. It's play money for me. And I have my position over here is I have about $1,000 right now. As of right now, it's $1,000 with 261 shares. I did a video on Mind Medicine, maybe about a week ago, 10 days ago. And so I built up my position. There it is there. I like to be transparent with this stuff. And also I have bought MYCO.CN. But first let's deal with Mind Medicine. So let's have a look at the chart. Will I buy more? Are you guys buying more? Please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll keep making videos on the shroom space, psychedelics. So yes, please do that first, and then let's get back to the video. So comment below, are you buying or selling? How have you psychologically, okay, we're getting to the magic mushrooms. How psychologically have you dealt with the dip? Because you probably felt pretty fantastic right there on the top. And I know, people would be down now, and it's, have you sold any? Did you sell any into strength? Or are you just a dyed-in-the-wool mind medicine fan, and you're going to hold for the rest of your life, and you don't care what happens to it? I normally will sell into strength because I've been caught before. My pants down. Meaning with the marijuana MJ space, the MJ space, you want to say that. You don't want to say the other words, or you'll lose your ad revenue on the video. So yeah, I've been through this many times over the years with the MJ space. So so I just averaged down. I believe in the long-term future of the company, maybe not just this company, but the space in general. And just like the MJ space, there were so many you could pick. So you could spend so much money, and who's going to be the winner, and there's winners and there's losers, and so you don't want to put, myself personally, I don't want to put too much into one company. And that will bring me actually to an article with Kevin O'Leary. Let's click up here, where he's not just in mind medicine. So he's also in Compass. So where is there? Compass Pathways. Now, as a rule of thumb, I call it, my strategy is being the barnacle on the back of a whale. So people like Kevin O'Leary I watch, they're being advised by probably the best financial people on the planet. And again, he's a billionaire, so he's done quite well. I like that. One of my theories for DraftKings being in that company is because there's at least two big billionaires invested in the company. We have Robert Kraft, who owns the New England Patriots in the stock, billionaire. And we also have Jerry Jones, who owns Dallas Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys, and he's in DraftKings as well. Billionaires don't like to lose their money. They normally don't. So we also have Compass Pathways, which Kevin O'Leary is in. This is an article written by him, I believe. One of these are. But he admits he's in Mind Medicine, and he's up, I think, 700% or 7,000%. I think he was buying it for a penny, and he put $6 million into it. Yeah, the billionaires always do well. So I like to watch them. But again, you guys were in way earlier than I was. It was sort of on my map. I sort of knew about it, but I got busy and I missed the boat. So I'm just trying to wade in and wave my hand, and hopefully the boat picks me up, is the strategy. Anyways, let's get to Facebook investor Peter Thiel, a super famous guy, is in Compass. And so because Kevin's in that, I may make a position in that as well. Just a small position, a little taste. I like to invest some money in companies, so it's on my radar. I'm watching it every day. So let's go over to here. Let's look at Compass. What else? Maybe should we wrap up with Mind Medicine? Let's just look at the chart. Let's look at the 5-day. So I'm still down on the stock, obviously, but it's nice to see it up 6%. Are we going to see a trend? Because the saying is, the trend is your friend. So let's go to the 1 month. So we're seeing these are lower lows, $4.12, $4.11, $3.60, $3.63. So we're seeing lower lows. So that's not a good sign because you want momentum. Is Wall Street going to come in and start buying? That would be very interesting. I would suspect all the institutional investors got in. Maybe this is Wall Street buying in to some degree. Then they pulled the rug out. Or is this all retail investors? You guys know this space way better than I do. I'm just a noob in here, so I don't know everything. So please, if you know more than I do, please educate us in the comments. Tell us how many shares you have, what's your average cost, when you're buying, when you're selling, how you feel about the space. When do you think, are we going to go another tear? That's why we're getting into it, or why I'm getting into it. When do you think that'll happen? Obviously, Mind Medicine is going to be they're trying to get onto the NASDAQ, which Compass is already on the NASDAQ, I believe. It's NMS, the NASDAQ GS. I'm not quite sure. Is that like a smaller version of the NASDAQ? Educate me below in the comments. So am I buying more now? Well, I bought it at 360 yesterday, so I'm looking more towards Thursday, Friday. Maybe let's see what's going on. But this trend isn't going the greatest. So we've got the highest high, obviously, at $6.18. Then $4.55. Then $4.62. It's good, but yeah, we're getting lower lows, and it looks like the highs are going down. So are we in a downward trend for the next month? Are we going to get hit with a Santa Claus rally, which would be fantastic? A Santa Claus rally. I should do a video on Santa Claus rally. It's this thing that happens like about now till like New Year's, and it doesn't happen all the time, but it very well could. We could go on we're up 5% today. We could go on a Santa Claus rally. Do I want to put more money into it? I don't know. I'll just wait till tomorrow. And okay, so I think I'm done with my medicine. Any news at all? This is 2 days old. Comment below if you have any other news about my medicine. Is Kevin O'Leary selling his position? I don't know. The articles are from a little ways back, but from what I know, he's still in there, and I think you got to add a penny per share. Is that correct, guys? Please comment below. All right, so let's go to my watch list here, and let's go to Compass, and then we'll go to these two little ones that I've invested a tiny bit of money in, and I'll say why. Okay, so let's open link in new tab, and we're going to go to Compass Pathways PLC. All right, so it's on the NASDAQ GS. So I should research that and see, is it the same as regular NASDAQ, or is it like a smaller version of them? I know in Canada, we've got the TSX, and then we have these smaller ones for small companies like NEO and CNE. But Compass is on a tear today. It's at $59 and in US up 7%. So we're starting to see, that's the month, a solid uptrend. on this. And now this is already on the NASDAQ. So this is what we're hoping for with Medicine, that we got a pop. So the max, so I guess it went on the market in September 23. So you would have doubled your money, right? We're at 46, more than doubled your money if you got in that on the IPO. So O'Leary's in this too. I know the shares are more expensive, so it's a little harder to buy. How many shares outstanding do they have? Let's click the statistics and let's see. There are 34 million shares. That's not a lot of shares. Medicine, how many shares are issued on that? Statistics. Then we are going to 326 million. So that's the thing. People think it's like shares are super expensive, but it's how many shares are out there? It's the shares with the price, right? So with this one with like only 52 million. Now again, there's insider shares and there's shares the company owns, and then obviously a company can make brand new shares and dilute the stock like what Medicine did, which is actually a wise move because why not sell at $6? Although I think it's Canaccord Genuity, they sort of brokered the deal, and the people that bought the extra brand new shares, which diluted us, they got cash for those. So, which is good, right? Because then Medicine has all this extra cash, so they can promote their company, they can spend on research and production. So I don't get too worked up about that stuff when it gets diluted. I know some investors, it freaks them out. Why is the shares down? Well, because they diluted your shares. Now there's more shares, but the company has more money, so they're probably more likely to succeed. So that's the way I look at it. How do you guys look at that? Do you guys think like I do on that, or do you just get freaked out when it's diluted and run away? Which, hey, everyone has their own strategies. I like to share mine. So again, guys, thanks for watching. Please like if you haven't already done it, and please subscribe and hit that bell notification, because that just means if I start to see that and I see the numbers in this video go up, I'm just going to dive more into the shroom space, because I usually just go whatever I'm interested in and is being watched the most. That's why I do videos on those. I don't want to be just yelling at the sky to no one. All right. Okay, shares outstanding 326 million. And then you got Compass with only 52 million. Is that what I said? 34 million. So yeah, you're paying more per share, but there's not that many shares. So you're buying a big portion of the company. So you could do the math and it could be the exact same price as Medicine. So this is something I'm looking into just because Kevin O'Leary's into it, and he's a sharp guy who normally doesn't lose money. Although he did say in one of his latest YouTube videos, which I actually recommend, he comes off as being quite a bit of a jerk on Shark Tank and Dragon's Den here in Canada, but he hasn't been on that for a long time. But in his YouTube videos, he seems very nice, and he's very nice to people, and so it's a bit of an act, right? It's like Simon Cowell on, American Gotta Sing or whatever the heck that means. I don't watch those shows, but you always have to have a jerk on there. Otherwise, the contrast between the nice person and the mean person, right? American Idol, that's what it was. You need that just for drama on your show, right? If it was just everyone was being nice, and it's boring. Okay, so yes, am I going to buy Compass? Probably. Am I going to buy Compass today? I don't know. I don't know about that. I may. Sometimes I do these videos and I discuss my theories and my theses. And is that a thing? Thesi? I don't know. It's like octopus and octopi. Anyways, whatever. Correct me in the comments. All right. So will I buy Compass? Kevin O'Leary owns it. I'd like to be in the two that he owns. I know also with Medicine, we have Bruce Linton, who's now a billionaire because of the MJ space. What are your guys' thoughts on Compass? It's just came up on my map because I read that Kevin O'Leary article the other day, and I've just sort of been watching them and wondering if I want to get into them. They're already on the NASDAQ. They're in trials. Please educate us in the comments below. How many shares do you own? What's your average cost? Or if you want to share, you don't have to share. These are just, I don't have much in this space. This is like, so I'm just getting into this, guys. I'm just learning as I go. So these last two here, we've got MYCO.CN. Why am I buying MYCO? Funny enough, just in one of my bank accounts, Toronto Dominion, TD, there was a recommendation for psychedelics. So I start reading the article. So it's just if you are Toronto Dominion TD, in the States it's TD Ameritrade. Up here in Canada, it's just TD, or Toronto Dominion Bank. So anyways, the article was recommending people buy psychedelic stocks, or at least just explaining the case of, how psychedelics could, perhaps cure anxiety, stop people from smoking, get people off sugar, stop PTSD, help with the opioid crisis. Like, it's such a great thesis. Which company's going to win? I don't know. Let's be in the right ones, because there's a lot of hype in these brand new speculative companies. And I don't want to be, again, I've been through in the MJ space. I don't know if you guys were in that as well. Probably some of you. Anyways, comment below. Tell me your story. We can all educate each other and share information and hopefully pick the winners and the right time to sell and the right time to buy. It's called groupthink. The more people that discuss this, the more money we can make, because we're smarter as a team. And the more people we can join our team, the smarter we'll be. All right, so let's go to MYCO.CN. So the reason I bought it, simply because, I'll just open it up here. Simply because Toronto Dominion mentioned these guys first. They have, now I could be wrong on this, but I think they have shrooms growing in Australia, and they're bringing it into Canada, and they're going to start doing trials. And the share price is really cheap. But again, only if you look at the outstanding shares. So let's do that as well. Let's go to MyCo, and I have no idea. But anyways, I bought, how much did I put into it? That's 178 Canadian, and it got me 400 shares. So I'm like, oh, good, I get to get in early, just like everyone on my medicine. So I just, that made me feel good. And it's $178, so whoop-de-doo. And that's Canadian, so it's like $2 American. All right, so let's go to statistics, and let's see how many outstanding shares they have, because that is very important. 162 million, so half what my medicine has, and at 44 cents. So we're up 1% today. And again, I don't really look into companies until I'm already invested in them. So I'll put, like I said, $178 Canadian, which will buy you like a Big Mac and fries in the States. Okay, so yeah, so they're into trials and they're doing stuff, and it's 44 cents. And I'm just watching them, looking for momentum, right? The trend is your friend. I don't want to be sitting on stuff for 3 years if I don't have to. But I will if I believe in the space. So if it takes 5 years for it to take off, it does. But all right. And last but not least, now, does anyone out there have MyCo.CN? Comment below. I think you can buy it on the, let's have a quick look. You can buy it on the Canadian SEC. Okay. So that's CNE, I think. It's like one of our little small pink sheet boards. It's actually quite hard to buy some of these in some of our banks. I know, for instance, like Chinese electric company BYD that Warren Buffett owns. I tried to buy that in one of my bank accounts, and it was not allowed, right? Because they don't want me coming to them and saying, hey, I'm losing money. They're like, well, why'd you invest on a pink slip, like on a small exchange, right? Every bank and trading company or app will have their own policies on what you can and cannot buy. Most times you can buy most things. Okay. And last but not least, let's go to NUMI. Is it Lumina? No, Numinus Wellness. I don't know too much about this stuff. Some of you guys commented and said you guys had some of this as well when I was messaging you. And so I bought some. What do I have? I've got like $80, I think. $73, like whoop-de-doo. But it's on my map, so I'm watching it go down and down and down. So the trend is not your friend with this one. So I may sit a while and wait for it to recover. My theory is I wait for things to start to show a trend. I don't mind paying a premium to see things start to go up. Now, again, it could be a fake out and you buy in and then they pull the rug from underneath you and you fall on your face. But that's part of the stock market when you're playing with this fun stuff. You know, if you're buying AT&T, it's like at $30 and it's going to be like fluctuate from down to 26. Oh, if you're lucky, you can get it for that. And then up to 35. And it's just, it's at 30 all the time. This stuff's a little more fun. This is just fun money. Now, again, what percentage of your portfolio do you have in shroom stocks? It's usually unwise to put everything into it. You want to be spread across lots of different sectors in case the shroom stocks, let's say J&J comes in and let's have a look. They have a drug based on magic mushrooms. You guys probably know more than that than I do. I own J&J, disclosure. But let's say they came in and they have stuff in research and development because they already are sort of in the space to some degree. They already have a drug, I believe, that's FDA approved. Again, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I'm still getting into this space. Provides updates on Gallister. Okay. Anyways, I just got distracted. So let's say J&J were to come into the space. Man, that went down October 30th. That went down to 137 on J&J. Seriously. Okay. That's a good price. It's funny. It is. I'm going off on a tangent, but I was buying in March a few companies, and the one I nailed was I bought Johnson & Johnson on that day, March 18th. I think I bought it for like 111. So that was just what. Now again, timing is almost impossible, but every now and then you'll just nail something. And I nailed that. I bought Johnson & Johnson at 111, and I bought Manulife in Canada, which is an insurance company, for like $9 or something. Those are two big winners. Now again, I've had big losers too. Anyways, let's go back to Luminus. That one I know little about. I was just recommended that by a few companies. Don't have much in there. What do you guys own? Do you guys own more than this? What do you guys recommend? Sell me on more companies that I put some money in so I start watching them. Compass, I should, just in theory, start a position, even though it's up 7%. I'm okay with that. It's at $59. Maybe I start my position today. We'll see. Do you guys own Compass? Please, what are your thoughts? Like, dislike, agree, disagree? This one as well. Do you guys own this? Do you own MYCO? And Mydecine, I know a lot of you guys have that and you're doing fantastic. Although it's probably been hard this last week, but I still believe in the company. I think it's going to grow over time. So yeah, give me your thoughts on the shroom space. I'm not quite sure what else to say here, but please educate me. And what are your thoughts on everything I've said today? Are these a buy or a sell? I'm in this space and I enjoy having some fun with this stuff. So I want to know your guys' thoughts. That's why I'm doing this. I want to get into a conversation about it because otherwise I'm just screaming at the sky and talking to a tree. All right. So please like, subscribe, comment, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers, guys. Good luck.